What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. My name is Chris Drummond. I'm a freelance sports reporter based out of Minnesota here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a special guest that's on with me today. Her name is Jaclyn. She is an editor in chief for Next on Scene Media. She is also an award winning publicist. So, we're going to talk to her about her why of getting into media. We're going to talk to her about, well, we're also going to get to know her a little bit as well by asking her some get to know you questions as well. Obviously, welcome to the podcast, Jaclyn. How you doing today?
Good, Chris. You've been interviewing some great people. I've been loving your episodes, and I'm honored to be a part of this.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I wanted to reiterate to you again why I wanted to have you on here. And that's because you're in media. I'm a sports journalist. I've been a sports journalist for the past 7 years. Combination of starting in Atlanta, Georgia, and now here in Minnesota. And then I'm just went freelance. Had an opportunity to do the Super Bowl this past year, which was amazing. And I'm looking to do some more events as well. But I love talking to people in media about their why. Everybody's story is different about how they got into media, and your story is just as special as anyone else's. So it was a no-brainer to me to reach out to you and hear about your next on scene and hear about what you do on a day-to-day basis. I've talked to different publicists as well on here on this podcast. So to hear your story would just be absolutely amazing.
Thank you. I'm so honored. So, do you want me to start? I didn't know if there was a question or if I should
Oh
just
yeah.
dive in, like
Uh,
whatever you
well,
think.
the the first question is always the same as it is on every podcast show, and that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models, any inspirations growing up? But ultimately, why did you want to pursue a career in media?
Yeah. So I would say growing up, I had a lot of dreams and aspirations, and I felt hidden. Like I remember in past jobs, like people would take the positions I had or take credit for what I did. And I was like,
Right,
I want to create a career where I can create platforms that people can get the acknowledgement that they deserve. So that's
right.
why it's literally called Next on Scene. Like that's the point of it.
Hmm.
So that's my why. Like I wanted people to get the credibility and acknowledgement that they deserve for their hard work and amazingness they're doing in the world.
I love that. I mean, that's to the point, but also I love the fact that you created that platform to allow people to exhibit their stories, and there's no question about that. You went to the University of Rhode Island, and you finished at Iona University, if I'm not mistaken. Talk to
Hmm.
me. Talk to me about going to those two places, and were there any other schools that could have persuaded you from going to those
Yeah.
two places?
So totally. Originally I thought I was going to go to Delaware. Didn't get into Delaware. Fine,
Mm,
totally fine. And
right,
so I knew I wanted to do a career in fashion. That was originally what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a merchandiser. And when you do that, you have to learn about chemistry and all the things that go into fashion products. And that was not going great for me. Science is not my thing. Like, I can talk to people all day, but like learning how things are made. So, part of what you have to do to get the degree is actually learn about like the ingredients that go into fabrics. And I was like,
right.
why? If I'm going to be talking and styling about the products, like, why do I need to know about this? So,
Right,
for me, that tanked really fast. And they didn't have like a PR degree at URI. They only had fashion merchandising programs or fashion textile programs that I didn't want to do. I knew I didn't want to be a designer. I wanted to represent them or style. And
right.
so I ended up transferring to Iona because they had a public relations degree. And so I decided to move closer to home, and I decided that that was the best decision at the time because I just couldn't pass chemistry for shit. So I was like, I think it's the best opportunity for me to put
Right,
myself out there and really start representing people that I liked because I knew I could talk to people and get people to get to their next place from networking.
right.
So that's why I transferred because of the degree and because my shift changed of not wanting to be the designer more say, but be more of like representation for people.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I went to Kennesaw State University. It was not my first choice. I definitely wanted to go to UGA, but I did not have the damn grades to get in there to UGA at all. But I knew Kennesaw State would be a great backup. It was also closer to my mom's, so be able to, I wanted to be able to drive and not go too far away from family because I'm a huge family person. So definitely. So did you grow up in the Northeast area, like the Boston area?
So I actually grew up in New York. I'm from New York originally.
Okay.
So when I went to University of Rhode Island, it felt like it wasn't super far. Like I
Hmm.
could drive home when I wanted to, and so
Yeah.
that's why. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. What part of New York are you from?
So I grew up in Westchester County in Scarsdale, and then
Mm,
I bumped around all of Westchester. I've lived in a lot of different towns, but
okay.
now I reside in Boston. I got married, and my husband's from here, and so that's how
Mhm.
I ended up in Boston. Honestly,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Now I do gotta ask this bonus question. Are you still like I don't know if you're a fan of sports, but are you still a New York fan or now you're a Boston fan? You
I
converted
know,
because of your husband.
hilarious. Honestly, I still love the Giants. I've always loved the Yankees and Giants, but I do
Hmm.
really enjoy Red Sox games. Like I'm kind of like an in between, and I really love the Bruins. Like they're so much fun to watch. So I feel
Absolutely.
like I'm kind of like enjoying both, but I never share openly like whose side I'm on. I just keep that to myself, you know?
No, I feel that. That's quite the rivalry between those two
So
teams. No question about it.
totally,
I,
totally.
I feel that. That's what's up.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into some favorite questions, and I just want
Awesome.
you to give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions. Okay, so here we go. Favorite meal you like to cook?
Favorite meal I like to cook. I actually like making homemade pizza.
Oh my goodness, Jaclyn! If I pull up to Logan Airport, I might have to come see you.
Chris,
For sure,
anytime,
for
anytime.
sure.
I've really
Homemade pizza.
enjoyed. Yes, yes, we love doing it in this house. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Now, what's your favorite toppings you're putting on that pizza?
So we kind of change it up. We do like chicken cutlets with like broccoli and mozzarella cheese, or we've done
Oh,
buffalo chicken pizza. We've done like through the years, like COVID really got us to be pizza connoisseurs in this house.
sure.
So we just kind of explore, you know. But I would say those are our two favorites.
Okay, I like that. I'm a huge taco person, so yeah,
Love it.
absolutely,
I love Mexican
absolutely.
too. Great one.
Hmm.
That's another great one.
Okay, that's what's up. Favorite concert you've ever attended?
Ooh, I loved the Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake concert. That was, I think, one of the best ones I ever went
Absolutely,
to.
absolutely. No
Mhm.
question about that. I definitely went to that one as well. I would say The Weeknd. I'm a huge R&B
Oh,
person, so The Weeknd is definitely one of my favorites, no
that's a
question.
great.
But the Watch the Throne tour with Jay-Z and Kanye was definitely one that I really loved as well. Because the undercard, excuse me, the undercard had Young Jeezy and Trey Songz,
Huh.
which at that time, it was like, wow, all four of them together. It's like, yeah, that's crazy, but it was really, really a good concert.
So cool. You know who's super good too? I did go to a Lady Gaga concert at Madison Square Garden. She's an
Okay.
incredible performer.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I have not seen Lady Gaga in person, but I've heard wonderful things. Obviously, her movie with A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper
Hmm.
was one of the best
Hmm.
movies that I've ever seen for sure. No
I
question.
agree. I agree.
Okay. Okay, that's what's
Hmm.
up. Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Oh my God. Italy was my favorite place for sure.
Okay, now when you went to Italy, was that like a family trip? Was that a honeymoon? What was that?
Honeymoon, honeymoon. So
Oh,
we went to like Florence and the Amalfi Coast and Rome. I would say like the Amalfi Coast is there's nothing like it. Nothing.
oh, okay. Well, I'm definitely going to give you a call for that because I've never been to
Yeah.
Italy before, so I need some tips for sure about
Yeah.
Italy, and that's on the
Anytime,
bucket list.
Chris. I
That's on the
got you.
bucket list. I appreciate you, Jacqueline. I appreciate you. I would also say for me it's Jamaica. No question.
Ooh.
Definitely went to Jamaica this past October on a cruise. My dad set it up on the dad side of the family. That was one of our four stops. The food was great. The people was great. The beaches was great. It was just awesome. It was so awesome. So I love
So
that.
fun. I
Mm-hmm. It
love
was good.
Jamaica. I went when I was younger, but it was a great trip. I have to
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, it's a great vibe, no question.
Mhm.
I'm a sports person, so I gotta ask you a sports question. This is a two-parter. Favorite sport you like to watch on TV, favorite sport that you like to attend in person.
Ooh, I love baseball games. So
Mm.
I would say I love seeing I've actually never been to a football game in person, like a
Wow.
professional football game. I think I've only been to college ones. So I
Wow.
think that's on my bucket list, I think.
We got to change that, Jacqueline. We got to change that
Totally.
for sure.
Totally.
For
I
sure.
would say I would say though like there's nothing like baseball in person. Like baseball's amazing. And I would say like Yankees old school Yankee Stadium like before they redid
Mhm.
it was just there's nothing like it. Like it was awesome.
Okay, that's what's up. Now, what about watching on TV?
On TV, I watch a lot of hockey. Honestly, my husband's a big hockey guy, and I watch a lot of the Bruins on TV. I like it a lot. So,
Well, their schedule release drops today. They come out with the brand new schedule release drops, so you will get to see the Bruins schedule. So hopefully you'll be able to make it to one of those 41 games.
definitely.
That's at home for sure. But yeah, it's coming out later today for sure.
Thanks,
I-
Chris. That's cool.
no, no doubt, no doubt. I'm a huge basketball person, so I love basketball. Love watching that in person. Football I like in person too, but the stadiums are just too damn big. I mean, if you don't have great seats in those stadiums,
So
whew.
true.
Now the least expensive is baseball. There's no question about that. You can buy a $5 seat and you can mosey your way down to the to the really good seats. So I do like baseball for that particular reason for sure. Plus, you can do a lot more talking because there's a lot more standing around. You can interact with the fans a lot more, and they have great stadium food, so it's all good. I like that.
Agreed.
That's what's up.
Agreed.
That's what's
Yeah.
up. Last of the favorites. Favorite place that you like to eat at? Like I said, I'm a huge foodie. I'm a traveler. I have personally never been to Boston, but it is a place that I would like to go. They have a lot of rich history in their sports. Obviously, they have the Tea Party down there. They have the Marathon down there, which is big time and historic. Where should I go when I land at Logan Airport and go
Ooh,
get something to eat?
that is a great question. So I know you like Mexican food, so do I.
I
Absolutely
do.
love Mexican food.
Yeah.
I would say it varies because like I also love Italian food, and you can go to like the North End. The
Okay.
North End is so historic in Boston. Do you like Italian food?
Absolutely.
Okay, like
Absolutely.
it's so historic and like so fun to do things down there. So I
Mhm.
would say like restaurants, like what would I pick? Oh my God, there's so many good options. Well, first of all, I'm a go-to Mexican place in Chelsea. It's called El Potro. It's literally every Friday night we go there for Mexican food. It's
El
so good.
Pocho. Okay.
El
Okay.
Potro, like Potro. So I would
Oh,
say
Pocho.
that is
Pocho. Okay.
yes, tacos, burritos, like fajitas, they got you covered. Margaritas, all the things. I would say like Italian food. I live like right outside of Boston. I live in Everett, so we love going to the casino. They opened a Wynn Casino in Everett. It's called
Ooh,
Encore.
okay.
So we love going there. They have great restaurants like Asian fusion. It's called Mystique. They have steakhouses like Rare, Italian, like everything there. I tell everybody that comes here for the first time, you have to go there because everything's encompassed there, and it's like 5-star experience.
Right.
So
Right.
that's my recommendation. When you get off, I would go there and gamble a little and get some food. Like it will be worth your time,
It
you
sounds like a
know?
damn good time to me. I'm with you
Mhm.
on that. Okay, that's what's
Mhm.
up. I definitely would have to check out that casino. There's no question. Do y'all do sports betting there?
Oh, yes. They just got it approved like a couple months ago and it's
Okay.
booming.
And there's no question, Jacqueline. I would definitely be at Boston at some point. I would have to say hello to you and I'm sure your wonderful husband as well. So that's what's up. I love that.
Definitely, Chris.
I love that.
Definitely.
That's awesome. Let's talk about your day to day. As a journalist, when I was working in publications, my day to day was never the same. I was a different story, different thing I'm covering, different game I'm covering, different results all the time. And that's what made it fun for me, is that you always had something different all the time. And I love that. As a publicist, you're pretty much you're marketing not only yourself, but you're also doing things for other people as well. Your days are probably never the same as well. Talk to me
Mhm.
about your day to day. How long do you normally work? What time do you normally get the party started? Because you're also a mom too, so you have kids, and that could be a little tough trying to, obviously get them ready, do them, and then also
Totally.
do you. So, tell
Totally.
me about your day to day process of being a publicist.
No, I love this. And so I think one thing that's different about what I do is I'm more than a publicist. So
Right.
clients come in and we'll produce like photo and video content for them. We'll grow their social media channels. Like we do so much more than just PR, which I think is that's what makes every day even more fun because it's not just writing media and connecting with editors and journalists. It's more than that. So
Right.
clients come in like for typical day, like I make my son breakfast before school. I get up in the morning with both my kids. I have two little kids. I'll play with them for a little and I'll clean the house after they play before they go to school, take them to school. And
Mhm.
then I usually, I'm very grateful I have help that I can afford help for myself. So I have somebody that comes to help me with the kids certain days of the week. And
Okay.
so, basically from then on like 10:30 on I take meetings until about like 4, so that meetings can include anything from going on site and producing a video shoot with clients for like content or for like sharing their stories. We do video like photo shoots, like more lifestyle shoots, so we get to know them more authentically, not just like what they do for a living. Like what are your hobbies, like what makes you different, exactly like you're asking me today, like but creating visuals on it. So
Absolutely.
we do things like that. And then like a day last week, depending on if things hit, like I went to Fox News, like one of my clients was on Fox last week, so like depending on the day, like it can vary between those things. And then of course I have consulting meetings, so I'll go over with clients like what is their social media content for the week, or like how is their engagement doing. We do analytic reports. I'm such an analytical geek that I like to track and see how everything's doing so that we're actually getting results for people. And so
Sure.
I'll like track their numbers like over the course of time. And then I have a team of 4 girls. So like I'll check in with them. Like we have a graphic designer, we have a girl that helps with the social media postings, like calendar scheduling, and then like outreach, like sponsorship outreach, like press release, like writing, things like that. So it's just checking in with my team too and seeing like what they're doing and what projects we're working on. And so at the moment, like we're working with I have a few different clients, but one I like to share is one of my clients is are you familiar with sake is? Like a wine.
I've heard of it, but please enlighten me more.
Yeah, so she
Yeah.
is so by day she's a TV producer at Channel 7 in Boston at ABC, and she
Okay.
started this hobby that she's become so successful with. She's now a wine sake educator where she teaches people how to
Ooh.
taste sake and what you pair it with. And
Right.
every year she created this event in the Northeast where people come in from all over the country to taste sakis and educate themselves on sakis. And I've learned so much in the process. It's been really cool. So we're putting together the event for it. And she
Hmm.
does it every fall. So that's a really cool project we're working on right now. So like reaching out to sponsors and discussing like what the event's going to look like and things like that. So that's
Yeah.
like a cool, unique client I just want to talk about that I'm working on at the moment. But
No, that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Now, when do you say, you know, Jacqueline, I got to shut it down. I got to shut it down. I got to get dinner ready. Got to get my kids. I got to attend to my husband, or other families, or I just got to have some me time. Like, when do you step away for the day and say you shut it down for the day?
yeah, no, that's so I usually say like 4 or 5 o'clock is the end day for me. So usually Tuesday through Thursdays, like 10:30 to 5 is like my end of the day time. And
Okay.
Monday and Friday I usually have my kids. So that's kind of for me when I try to shut off, but it's not, there's no me time until they're in bed. Like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, like
That's
that's
when
that's
for
when we do it. Exactly. And then
okay.
I'm only up like I was a Love Island fanatic. I was watching that for a while, but I only watch it for like 30 minutes
Hmm.
because I'm exhausted. So I get like
Right.
30 minutes to myself and then I'm asleep until the morning. So that's a day in the life, honestly.
I haven't met a person who isn't a fanatic of that damn show. I mean, everybody has been talking about it like left and right, and I haven't seen one episode. I have not seen
Really,
one.
Chris?
I have not
So
seen one
good.
episode of it. But people keep telling me I should watch it. I'm like, I'm so far behind. I don't even know if I can catch up because I think the season just ended, if I'm not mistaken, from what I've
Yeah,
heard.
it totally. Yeah, but I actually only watched this full season. I've never watched any of the other seasons. So,
Oh, there's other seasons. Oh, wow. Okay.
and they're
See.
on. So this is what's insane. So it's on every day except Wednesdays for like 2 months straight.
Okay. Well,
Insane.
That's how you know I'm like a true sports person because I'm the type of person that have my tablet, my computer, my phone. I'm watching different games. I'm doing different stuff. Or, I'm working because I also substitute teach as well. So I substitute teach. So I'm just a huge sports like fanatic. And then if I'm not doing that, I'm probably Netflixing because I like Breaking Bad. I like watching some of the older, like good shows. So I do that as well. So this Love Island stuff is definitely this. Everybody's been talking about it, so I'm like, I definitely got to dive into it and at least give it a chance. Squid Games is what I watch too. I don't know if you're familiar with Squid Games.
How is the new one? Because I watched the first round and I was like, it's a little gory for me, but like I handled
Mm-mm.
it, you know?
Okay, so they have a season 2 and season 3. So did you see season 2?
No, I only saw season one.
Okay, season 2 was crazy, but season 3 is even crazier. There's
Oh
no
my
question
God.
about that. And it's season 3 is so dramatic. You definitely have to be able to watch season 2 and 3. It's wild. Let me throw you a scenario, maybe of someone coming to you. Say like a podcaster, right? Something like myself. But podcaster came to you and kind of wanted to market their podcast and be able to, grow their audience, grow their brand. What are some things that you would advocate to that person to try to be able to help them out?
I love this. So this is people that I help. So you're speaking to the choir. So I
All
think
right.
it's really because there's so many people that have podcasts. There's so many people that like overlap in what you do. This is why the photo and video content are so important
Yeah.
because it shows how you differentiate yourself in the market. So like showing like, unique hobbies about what you do, Chris, versus
Mhm.
like what somebody else has a podcast does is going to show why they resonate with you because they share something in common with you.
Absolutely.
So I think that that's something to always think about. Like, how can you, because we all overlap at the end of the day in something, but we all have our own unique pieces that if we share things that interest us, that's how we stand out more uniquely, I think.
Okay, I
So,
like that. I do. I do.
y-
I'll definitely keep that in mind too, and other podcasters, hopefully that will watch this in the future will definitely keep that in mind as well. But it's a great segue because I want to talk about mental health and work-life balance. We discussed it before. Like I said, you're a wife, you're a mom, and you are running pretty much your own business, and helping clients and going around doing different things. But you also need some Jacqueline time, right? And there's a lot of times where, especially in the journalism field, you hear words like overworked, underpaid, and burnout. Those words you hear quite a bit because journalism never stops. It's every day, no matter what genre you're doing. Talk to me about how you keep your mental health strong, but also still try to have that work-life balance. Because you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. I certainly wouldn't mind having a cold beverage with you and eating some
thank
wings
you.
and watching the game. That's for sure.
Yeah,
But
I think we'd have a blast. I'm just
a-
saying, I appreciate that.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. But you also seem very serious about your business as well. Talk to me about how you try to maintain that balance.
Yeah, no, I love this question. Mental health really hits home for me personally. I definitely struggle with postpartum stuff and I'm very open about it.
Okay.
So I think it's so important to like make time for yourself. Like something that I love to do is journal and I really try to meditate when I can, even if it's at night after the kids go to bed. Like I really try to give myself, even if it's 5 minutes, that window to do things like that because it just allows like time for yourself to like no one's interrupting you, like all the things. And I think working out, like I'm trying to now start getting back into that again. And I think
Oh
that
yeah.
those are great avenues.
Okay, absolutely. Now you said that you kind of struggle with that mental health. What were some of the things, outside of working out, but what were some of the like things you had to realize that like, man, I'm struggling with my mental health and maybe I should do this, or what's some of the things that when it came to work-life balance, like, maybe I shouldn't work too much or I should definitely cut back a little bit, spend some more time with my family. But what's some of the things, the factors that you saw that you had to realize you probably had to change some stuff up?
Totally. So I think I took on too much of a client load. I think
Hmm.
specifically with my son. And I
Hmm.
feel like I was overworked and underpaid. And I
Hmm.
was on the verge of burnout. I was being disrespected at all hours of the day. And that was my own fault because I wasn't clear in my boundaries. And I've learned
Right.
that now so much more.
Right.
And so I think it's so important to get clear on your boundaries because once I set them and I release those clients, like we call them like bless and releasing, one of my friends loves to tell me. It's so true. Like,
Sure.
I'm grateful. It was a good learning experience for me, but like I never took that on again from learning that. And now I'm more present with my family. I'm not as stressed out. I'm sleeping better, like all of those things. It really comes from inner work. Like I do a lot of spiritual work, I do therapy, like I do things to work on myself every day. And I'm open about it because I think people need to talk about it more, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate you being transparent, especially mentioning about the therapy. Back in the day when you talked about mental health and people said, well, I want to talk about it, they looked at it as a sign of weakness. They didn't want to talk about therapy and stuff like that. And to me, I think everybody needs that person to go to. Some people need that professional help, right? Because, you go to your family and you go to friends, and sometimes they tell you what you want to hear because they love you and they care about you, but you really need to go to somebody that tells you what you need to hear in a
Totally.
professional sense.
Hmm.
Because your family and friends, they don't always do that. And you need a different voice outside of just loved ones for sure.
Totally. Hmm.
Um, but this also great brings a great segue question, and that is advice. What is some advice that you would give somebody that wants to be in media, that wants to, be represent clients and do the same kind of job that you do? What kind of advice would you give someone?
I say like shadow, like get experience and shadow people. Because there are a lot of people that want the help, you know what I'm saying? Like for
Hmm.
sure they want the help. So I think like just putting yourself out there and even offering like can I shadow you for a day? Like are you taking interns? Like I love mentoring college kids. I mentor and I've actually hired college kids that have meant like worked with me. So I
Okay.
think like if you just put yourself out there as a college student and do your research on some companies that you think you'd love to experience that with, like a lot of doors will open for you, you know? So I think that that's a great way to do it.
I like the fact that you allow kids to shadow you. I do. And tell me for a bonus question, like maybe give me an instance of a day where someone did shadow you. What kind of things would you normally do? I mean, would you normally answer the phone? Do you go to events? Do you just have long conversations with the clients, or what kind of things would they expect from shadowing you?
So I've had a few different types of shadowing in terms of
Okay,
what I, because there's a lot of different things that I do. So I've had one of my interns come on a client meeting and I let my client know ahead of time. Like I have one of my interns coming on, they're just
sure.
going to be like observing the meeting and, if
Hmm.
they want to ask questions.
Hmm.
That's one thing that I've done. I just did a really big fashion show in June and I had a few different interns come in and shadow for the day and take different responsibilities. And that was an incredible experience. I mean, one of the girls I hired from it, I mean, she's wonderful. So they got to like meet the models and help do all the notes for the scripts for the MC and meet reality stars. And like, it was just, they got to see, so I supported children and adults with disabilities at my event. So there
Absolutely.
were people of all walks of life. It wasn't just like, 5, 10 models with size two. It was like all different shapes and sizes, all looking different, all ethnicities. It was just such a great experience for somebody to see real culture and like what day to day is like for people, So
I got you. I got you. I like that.
Mhm.
And listen, I don't want to butcher your name because I know Jacqueline is your first name, but how do you say, is it Zukerman Delory?
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, Zuckerman. Yep.
Zuckerman.
Zuckerman.
Okay.
Yep.
Zuckerman Delory. Okay. I just wanted that was just a little bonus thing. Okay. I got
No,
that.
totally fine.
We have reached the portion of the podcast now where we're going to play my interactive game called This or That. Now, this is the game that I normally play with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. And it's pretty simple, Jacqueline. I'm going to throw some things at you, depending on the questions, and you get to choose this or that. So, are you ready?
I'm ready, Chris. Let's do
All right.
it.
All right, here we go. Out of these two restaurants, which restaurant would you prefer to eat at? Popeyes or KFC?
Ooh, Popeyes.
Girl, you on point like a period. All right, we are starting real good right now, baby. We starting real good. Here we go. Let's keep it going. Out of these two flavors, which flavor would you rather put on a chicken wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Ooh, barbecue.
Do you like your wings wet or dry?
Dry, I think.
You sure?
Yeah, because I like dipping it into the sauce.
Oh, okay, I like that. Do you like your wing bone in or boneless?
Ooh. Both. I like both. I've had both and I like both. I have no preference. Sorry, I know it's this or that, but I have no
Okay.
preference.
Okay, so here we go. If which one is 51% and which one is 49%?
Okay, I would say boneless.
Do you eat it with a fork?
Mm. No, I eat with my fingers, honestly.
That's what I'm talking about, girl. Damn it, that's
Exactly.
what I'm talking about. You need to get a little messy. Yes,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm with you on that. That's what's up. Get a wet wipe and go to work. Okay, I like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
These next five questions have to do with music concerts you rather attend. So, I don't know, what is your genre of like choice, or do you like all kinds of music?
I like all really. Country, I
Okay.
would say, is not my fave. Like I like some country, but least favorite, I think.
Okay, so here we go. Which concert would you rather go to? Would you rather go see Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Ooh. I feel like Drake has more popular personally, I would
Hmm.
pick Drake, I think. I would pick
Okay.
Drake. I would.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I get you. You're going against the grain, but that's
I
okay.
know.
That's all right. That's all right. We starting it off good though. I like that. Here we go. They're only gonna get harder as we go.
Okay. Okay.
Which concert would you rather go to? Would you rather see Beyonce or Rihanna?
Ooh. I think Rihanna.
You sure?
I mean Beyonce is awesome. I still think I would want to see Rihanna. Like she's awesome.
Okay. I feel you on
Mhm.
that. All right, so here we
Mhm.
go. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see SZA or her?
I don't think I know who SZA is. Is that a silly question?
Oh no. Oh
I
my goodness.
know.
Oh, Jaclyn. Okay. Here we go. That's okay. I got a bonus one for you. Okay.
Okay.
So here we go.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
music concert would you rather go see? J. Cole or Lil Wayne?
Oh, Little Wayne.
Lil-
Definitely.
Did you hear his new album?
No, I haven't yet.
Yes, the Carter Six. It's definitely a good one. It's a good one. It's solid. He's on tour right now for sure. So yeah. Okay, two more for the music. Which
Okay.
music concert would you rather go see? Usher or Chris Brown?
Usher. All the way. Love Usher.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Now the last one here. This is gonna be a throwback.
Okay.
Which music concert would you rather go see? Brandy or Monica?
Oh my god, I love them. Those are great ones. I think Brandy. I mean, she was a TV actor. Like I loved everything that she did. I was a big Brandy fan.
Yes, they going on tour together. You know that, right?
Are they? No. Chris, you know all the tea.
I do. I do. Well, listen, I try to stay in tuned a lot. You know what I'm saying? So they actually just came together. It happened about I think about maybe a couple weeks ago. They came out and announced that they're doing like a 16 city tour. It's called the Boys Mind Tour, and it's Brandy and Monica, and it's also Kelly Rowland that's going on tour with
So,
them.
what a trio. That's awesome.
So I think they're coming to Boston, if I'm not mistaken. So if you are, I mean, obviously if you're available, you might want to go check them out.
No, that's awesome. Thanks for telling me that. That's freaking awesome.
No, no doubt, no doubt. You did pretty good on the music. So here we go. Which sport would you rather watch on TV? Would you rather watch softball or volleyball?
I think volleyball. Even though
Okay.
I played softball, I think I'd rather watch volleyball.
Let me guess. If you played softball, I'm going to guess that you were either first base or catcher. Neither one of those? Wow. Okay. Let me get one more guess and then you could tell me. If you're not first base or catcher, based upon your face, you had to be further away. So I would say outfield. Okay. What position were you?
I pitched.
What? You did?
Totally.
Okay. So can you strike me? Can you strike me out? Can you
I mean, I
still pitch?
haven't practiced in a hot minute, but if I pick it up again, maybe we'll see.
Okay, okay, I'm with you on that. That's what's up. You was a pitcher. I love that. Um, which sport would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
I think bowling.
Are you a good bowler?
No, I always have bumpers up.
Oh my Lord. Well, Jacqueline, I mean, you are absolutely wonderful in a plethora of ways, but you have just proven that you're not perfect. That's just it just happens.
Exactly.
It just
Exactly.
happens. It's okay. It's all
Exactly.
right.
Totally fine.
You play Wii bowling in public, so that I understand. I totally get it.
Totally. And I'm totally good with it.
But you also have kids, so I understand why you're putting the bumpers up. You know,
Mhm.
you gotta have the bumpers up for them. So I get that. Um, do you like desserts?
Love dessert. Sweet tooth, 110 times over.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So I'm gonna name four categories of desserts. You gotta choose one of these that you'll never eat again. So here we go.
Okay.
The first one is candy. The next one is cookies. The third one is ice cream. The last one is grouped together, cake/pies. Which one are you getting rid of?
Cake and pies, I think.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Now, what's your favorite ice cream?
I feel like it changes based on the day, honestly, because I love all kinds of ice cream. I love vanilla something. So it has to be mixed with like Oreo cookies or Reese's Pieces. Like that's
Mm,
kind of my jam.
I'm with you on that. I like that. I'm a
Mhm.
cookies and cream person, so that's my number
Love
one
it.
go-to for sure. Okay.
Love it.
Do you like potato chips?
I'm more of a pretzel girly.
Okay, okay. But you would eat them.
I would eat them. Yes, yes, I would eat them.
Okay. Okay, so here we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same format. I'm gonna name four brands of potato chips. You have to choose one of these that you will get rid of. So here we
Okay.
go. The first brand is Lay's. The second brand is Ruffles. The third brand is Pringles. The last brand is Doritos. Which one are you
Oh,
getting rid of?
oh. I think Lay's.
I think you would be correct. I think you would be
Yeah.
correct on that one. Now, what
Yeah, I liked
if
all of the other ones got like flavor and
hmm
texture and like
hmm
yeah.
Okay. Now, if you are eating potato chips, what is your favorite?
I loved blue Doritos. That was always my jam.
You talking about the Cool Ranch, the blue bag?
Yes. Yes,
Oh, okay, got
totally.
you.
Totally.
got you. No, I love Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch is pretty good. That's what's up. I like that. I love asking this next two questions, and that's a top four. Okay, the first top four is gonna be give me a bucket list of events or clients that you would like to have in your career that you haven't either done yet or talked to yet.
Ooh, that's a deep question.
Hmm
Got me thinking. All right, so say it again so I can really process this so I can think about it the right way.
No, you're good. You're good. Give me a bucket list, a top four bucket list of events or clients that you would like to do as far as events or clients that you would like to represent that you haven't. And you can
Hmm.
mix them if you want.
I'm not super clear on specifics, but I would love to work with some athletes.
Okay.
Like professional athletes. I would say like I want to say football interests me, like, because I do watch it. Like, I feel like I'd love to represent. Like, I don't really have specifics on like what team. I just think I want the experience. Like, I
Yeah,
want to go to the
absolutely.
ESPYS. Like, I want to go to the
Mm.
ESPYS and like feel that out.
Which is
And
tonight, by the way. That's tonight.
is it? How funny
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah, it's
Huh.
tonight. Yep.
Yeah, so interesting. So I feel like that's something I would love to be a part of. I also want to experience like a Hall of Fame with a client. Like I feel like I want to experience like a baseball Hall of Fame or a basketball Hall of
Mm.
Fame.
Hmm
And like be a part of that journey like with them as they grow cuz I feel like I love being a part of people when they're really starting to take off.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and I think I actually know somebody who does like WrestleMania, represents a lot of talent there. And so I feel
Hmm.
like they do all these galas and events, and I would love to be a part of like one of the designers that helps dress them for it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Um so I think that I just don't know who these clients are, Chris, but we're manifesting the experiences.
Yes, we
That's what
are.
I think,
Yes, we are.
like,
No doubt.
so that's, I think that those are some of the things I would love to experience.
Give me one more because you gained three, but give me a fourth one.
Fourth one. I think honestly, I would love to go to like the Emmys or Grammys.
Okay. Okay.
Um, because I had a client that dressed like the daytime Emmys, like some producers.
Yeah.
So I feel like I want to experience some of that TV, like that. I think like the Emmys, like I think that that really is cool. I think I want to experience that.
I think that would be amazing. I think you would be amazing. I think you're absolutely amazing. There's no
You
question
too,
about that.
Chris. Thank
Thank you so
you.
much. I appreciate that. The I love the WrestleMania take, and the reason why I love that is because I plan on doing the next WrestleMania, which is going to be in Vegas again. They're actually doing back to back, so I'm going to probably be covering that there in
So
April.
cool.
So I'm hoping that you do get a client there, and I'm hoping to see you there in Vegas. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. That's
Mhm.
so much fun. So I feel
Absolutely.
like I've had so many connections around it because, like, a makeup artist I've done work with does the makeup for the Bella twins and has done it for years.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, and her and I have done a lot of work together. I've hired her for jobs, and when I go to California, she's done a lot of shoots I've done. So like,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna present itself at some point, but I don't know. Like, I don't know with who, but at some
Oh,
point,
I
I feel
feel
like
that.
yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. The next top 4 question is about the city you're in, which is Boston. Now, I've been to New York City, which is where you're from, New York, but I've not been to Boston. Again, when I touch down, give me a top 4 of list of things that I should do in the city of Boston.
Okay, so I mean, you definitely gotta go to a sports game.
Okay.
I mean, that's so iconic. Like, go to like the Green Giant, like Fenway, like just experience that is so cool. I was trying to think
Right.
when I first came to Boston, like what were the hype things that I did that were really cool.
Yeah.
I think going to Faneuil Hall is just historic and really cool. They have a lot of little shops. They have cool eating spots. Okay, so that's two. I also think they do duck tours in Boston, which I think is so cool. So
Say what?
it's called a duck tour. So it's a
Mhm.
boat that's a car that drives into the water and gives you a tour on land and in the water.
Wow.
It's
That's
so cool. It's
that's
so cool,
different.
and it takes you around the city. They tell you all the things that are cool. I think that's really awesome and historic and iconic. And I said
Okay.
this earlier, but I mean, I don't know. I'm torn about this because the seaport is amazing. Like they've renovated the Boston Seaport. The
Mhm.
stores and things to do there are just incredible. But the North End is really fun too. Like all the Italian, like old school restaurants and like the old school like architecture. Like, so I think I have more than three, but there's a lot of cool things to do.
Got you. I like that. This bonus question just came up in my mind, Jacqueline, and that's um, you know, doing what we do is amazing, right? When we represent people, you represent clients. I'm writing stories, I'm storytelling, and stuff like that. But has there ever been a time where you've been representing a client where something has went awry or something has went wrong? How did you were you able to bounce back? Because I think people should know, getting into the business of representing clients and doing different things like that, just in case something was to go wrong, how they should manage that, how they should handle that, and how do individuals handle that kind of adversity?
Oh, it's a great question. It's totally
Mhm.
happened, definitely more than once, and I think they've been great learning experiences. This
Mhm.
is why boundaries are really important with clients because I
Right.
think clients there's certain personalities that test your boundaries. They come in to really test you. And I remember one of the scenarios was I actually did an introduction with a client and a celebrity publicist
Mhm.
to dress a reality star, like on Real
Right.
Housewives or something. And
Right.
so my mistake was I did the direct introduction when I should have facilitated the whole thing because my client was texting my contact at late hours and like all over the place.
Mm.
And so for me, like it was a big learning curve of learning like thank God my relationship with the my contact like ended up being fine, but it taught me to like I need to manage those things. Like I can't pass that off to people. Like I have to fully take accountability for it. And I think at the time the reason it happened was our contract was ending. And
Right.
so I felt like, oh, I'll just do the introduction and let it take care of itself. No, like my reputation was still on the line at the end of the day. Like it absolutely affected all of it. So like even if you're doing introductions, like if you're the introducer of it, like it still reflects back to you. So don't ever forget that.
Right.
Um that was one that really stood out to me, but thank God like it seemed like everything kind of subsided and worked itself out.
I love that. I do. And I appreciate you again being transparent, talking about that because, people need to know the A side and the B side of everything that we do, right? With journalism,
Mhm.
um, the A side is storytelling, being a pillar in your community, being an advocate for the people, a voice for the voiceless. We're doing different things every single day. I can't imagine myself sitting at a desk every single day, 9 to 5, and not doing something different. I think I would go absolutely fucking crazy. I really do.
Totally.
I think I
You
would.
know, Chris, I had another thing I wanted to think. You made me think of another idea. Can I share it really quickly with you
Yeah, yeah,
too?
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
So, so I feel like something that comes up a lot in the industry, and I'm sure you do too, is like this isn't fit for what I'm working on right now. Like I'm
Right.
pitched, it's not fit right now. Like I have clients all the time that are like, "Can we do this?" And it did. What did they say? Like, is it place? Is it going to happen? And like there are times they say no. Like I mean, you're a journalist, like and so we all can't control the outcome if it's fit or not, right? So it's more of like how do you talk it out with the client saying like it's just not fit right now. It doesn't mean forever, but it just means for now like it's not fit. And so that's something that's come up for me a lot. And I think like it's that there's this learning curve of like how to like respect both sides because you have the relationship with the journalist and the media, but you also
Yep.
have the relationship with the client at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so it's really educating the client on like PR is a long game. Like working with journalists is a long game. Like it doesn't happen overnight. And so I try to like teach people that, and I'm sure you do too in your own world. But I think that that's something important to talk about.
No, absolutely. No, no question about it. It's definitely hard to find that balance at times, depending on the client and stuff like that. But you need that. You need that balance. And you also need that understanding too. Things are
Totally.
not always going to be as smooth as you want them to be. But communication is key, right? That we're in a communicative type of business, and we got to be have that constant communication to make sure that the business that we're doing benefits both, the client and either the representative or the client or the journalist and the media. It has to do that because we're nothing, especially for journalists, we're nothing without our sources. And I'm sure you're nothing without your clients. So,
Mhm.
it works hand in hand for sure. Um, but it is important question to ask, right? It's an important question to ask because you do have to know how to deal with these things, and you shouldn't be afraid because some people sometimes stay quiet, and they don't want to say things when inappropriate things are said or done because it rocks the boat, and people don't want to rock the boat, and sometimes you have to in certain situations for sure. Um, Talk about next on scene, your media company. I want to know the origins of that because obviously, you didn't just roll up out of bed and say, you know what, I'm going to start something today. Like this has to been a thought process and a thought out thought process that you wanted to do. So talk about the origins of it. Talk about typically, like I said, what you typically want to do as far as where you see it going in future years. Just talk about that.
Yeah, so I originally like I said earlier when you asked me my why, right?
Yeah.
I moved from New York to Boston. I didn't know anybody here at the
Right.
time. And so
Right.
I wanted to create I found as I was networking with people, I found this need for like people getting seen. And so originally like my company was called Get Seen like almost 10 years ago, and I
Okay.
actually got threatened and sued of because of the name. And I was
Wow.
like, whoa, like, what is this? Like, why am I like, I was so young, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I didn't know anything about anything, like to look up names and see if there's competitors. Like, I didn't know shit about that.
Right.
So it kind of like threw me in for a loop. And I remember my husband and I were sitting at dinner and we were like, well, if it's not Get Seen, like, what else is it? And so I ended up hiring a trademark lawyer to protect myself. And
Absolutely.
so he was like, what, I mean, do you know a lot about trademarking or?
Yep.
Perfect. So, but like you have to have things that like before a name, like I wanted the word scene, and scene is everywhere, like in every state, every country, like it's everywhere. But I
Right.
wanted to add something to it that made it unique. So he was educating me on it has to be before scene. You have to add words before it, not after it. Because I guess there was something, a local competitor that had something after it. So
Right.
I did all this research and we were just like, okay, I think next on is like rising stars, like or people that are starting new ventures. And so that's
Absolutely.
that's how the name came about.
Okay.
So it kind of stuck ever since. And from there, I started a podcast in my guest room closet and I would interview people, and it really, my whole business just model grew from there. Like people were like, we're getting attention on social media, like can you manage our social media, can you give us some consulting, like, and so it funneled there. And then there was this need for like we want more PR opportunities, and like I said, I didn't have a lot of media connections here in Boston, so I was like, I'm going to learn how to start my own magazine. So I went to YouTube and I learned how to set up a magazine, and I created
Wow.
one. I created one originally just for my clients, and I made it on Canva 10 years, 9 years ago, or whatever it was. And from there, it grew just internationally. It wasn't even just for my clients. It just outgrew me at that point.
Hmm.
But I realized, like, and you're in journalism, like, print is so different now. Like, it's not
Without
consumed the
question.
same way. Like,
Yep.
it's just sad. It, like, breaks my heart. So, one of my goals truly is I always used to print just for subscribers or just for, like my events. I would have events as launches for them, and then everything else would be digital. But one of my goals is to put them on airplanes. And I've been in touch with some airlines because I think people only read magazines if it's a forced read. So it's like if you're on an airplane, like you're going to pick it up because it's in front of you. Like that's the
Right.
only time you're going to read it. And
Right.
so that's my goal with it. So that's one of my goals that I want to do with my publication. Like, so it's about entrepreneurs. Like, I would love to share your story about people in journalism, like behind the scenes, like authentic things about them, because you guys give so much exposure to other people, and it's so like I want to help give exposure to people that give exposure to other people.
I
That's
definitely
kind
have.
of my goal,
Oh no,
you
you're
know.
good. You're good. No, that's great. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it's totally fine. So like that's my goal, at least with my publication side of my business. And so
Hmm.
I want people, so I have a lot of goals, Chris, but one of them is I want to create a facility where people come in from all over for an experience of Boston. They come in and get their video content, they can start their podcast, they can create content. Like it's like a full, and I give you like a tour of like here are the restaurants to try, here are things to do while you're here. Like so it's like a
Hmm.
full experience for them. And so that's really like one of the really big goals that I have. I want to create that like luxury experience for people that they come in and they get things they need for at least a year of stuff. And then obviously there's like maintenance in the in between. So yeah, I have a lot of goals, but that's what I'm thinking.
No, I love that. I do. And obviously, I'm definitely going to stay in contact with you because I do definitely have a hell of a story. There's no question about that. Just like your story is absolutely amazing. Definitely have a story of mine to be able to get into this industry, as for sure. I just think it's great what you're doing. I think it was an absolute no brainer to even talk to you for sure. I want to get you out of here on these last two questions. And the first one is advice. What is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
Never leave on bad terms with people.
Mm,
I think you can't control what how the other side takes the information, but like every past client I've had, like I still touch base with them, invite them to things I'm doing, like, and the average company doesn't always do that. Like granted, not everything's going to work out perfectly, but
mm,
like I feel like 99% of my clients we've left on super peaceful terms. Like we still touch base and talk because we all evolve. Like you almost kind of like I feel like my job is to initiate and set them up for success, and like
right,
I don't have to manage the whole thing beyond it. I just want to set you up with the foundation that you can go achieve your dreams. So like I think that that's one thing that really stuck with me. So like not to leave on bad terms with people, because you also never know like long term, like when they talk about you, like what are they saying
right,
about you to other people.
right.
Um so I think that's one thing that really stuck with me. I think another thing is like there's opportunities like everywhere for you if you're open to receiving them. And so I think, yeah, I feel like that really resonates too, because I think we're so enclosed in like ourselves sometimes and what's focused in front of us, but like you never know when that next thing's gonna arise. Like you just have to like I actually think when you're being more present is when those things actually open up. If you're so focused on what's like not happening, those things don't happen.
I
So
love that. I do. No, I love that advice. It's really, really good advice, for
I'm so
sure.
blessed.
You gave great answers all conversation long. There's no question about it.
Thank you.
This last one here is going to be some rapid fire. What I like to do is just throw some rapid fire at you, and the first thing that comes to your mind, Jacqueline, you just shout it out with glee. Okay, so here we go. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles,
Chicken or ribs?
chicken,
Red or blue?
bread.
Favorite sandwich?
I mean, I haven't had sandwiches in a long time, but turkey, lettuce, tomato has been my jam forever. So we'll go with
Okay.
that.
All right. I'm with you on that. Favorite board game?
Oh, Monopoly came top of mind to me.
I'm a beast when I get boardwalk in Park Place, girl. I'm telling you, I tear it up. That's for sure. I love that. I love
Love
it.
that.
I love it. Favorite card game?
Mm, favorite card game. I love Go Fish. Play that with my kids all the time.
I'm gonna give you a pass because, like I said, yes. If I totally understand. I totally get it.
I
Okay,
mean, if
I
I'm
was
at the casino though, I'm playing blackjack. I'm just saying. But like
that's
outside of that,
yes,
like
yes. I feel that. I would definitely say blackjack. I would say probably Uno for me. Uno is probably one of my
oh, I
favorite
like
card
Uno
games.
too.
Yeah, Uno's pretty good. Favorite alcoholic drink?
I love a Tito's and club soda with lime. I keep it plain, but does the
Ooh,
job great.
yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Okay, you got some good taste, girl. I like that.
Thank you.
Um, Favorite Netflix TV show?
Netflix. I feel like it's ever changing. Favorite Netflix show. The pressure's on. I don't really like. I feel like the most recent show I watched was Love Island. So like because it's consumed me, I haven't really watched anything on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, to be honest, I can't think of one right off the top of my head.
Okay, well, we'll roll with Love Island. How about that? We'll
Okay,
roll with that. We can
perfect,
do that.
perfect,
If you
perfect.
had a choice to bring three people with you on vacation, who would those three people be and where would you go? Now, before you answer, you can bring family, friends, or celebrities.
I'd bring my husband and my two kids.
Where would you guys go?
I really want to go to Aruba or like Disney World. I want them to experience Disney World. I think is the next trip.
That is definitely two ends of the spectrum. Aruba or
Mhm.
Orlando. That is what's up.
Mhm.
I like that. I like that. It's pretty cool. A fun fact, I've never been to Disney World, so I would love to go
No
there too.
way.
Yeah, I've
Have to
been to
go.
Disneyland, but I've never been to Disney World. So yeah.
Mhm.
Got you. Okay. If you had a choice to listen to three songs or three artists on repeat and never get tired of them, who would the three artists or three songs be?
Well, all the songs I listen to are on replay depending on the period of time I'm in my life. So currently, or if we're talking currently, I love
Sure.
Maroon 5. Maroon
Okay.
5 is on my replay. I love Coldplay.
Okay.
And I would say the third one, who would be my third one right now? I'm thinking.
Mm. This must be a good question. Got you thinking.
No, these are great questions. I love them. I'm just trying to
Mm.
think of who my third one would be though, because I feel like I go through like I listen to them on repeat or speaking my language, but it's like literally the period of time in my life that I'm in.
Got you.
Um,
Is it William Hung?
Not really, no. Um, I'm trying to think of who else. Hold on. Now I need I'm on my phone. I can't think of a third one, Chris. I got those two.
What about maybe Mariah Carey?
Oh, I love her. She's great. I could listen to her on repeat all the time. Yes.
Okay. So
Perfect.
'cause you gave two great bands, so I wanted to kind of throw somebody out there a little different. Okay. So here we
Perfect.
go. All right. Favorite well, I should say this. No, I'll say this. Which sport would you play that you would absolutely dominate in?
Sport? I mean, I pitched in softball. I feel like I love tennis too. I actually played like varsity tennis for a long time, so I would say
Okay.
those two
Okay. Which sport would you absolutely play that you would suck in?
that I sucked at. I wasn't great at volleyball.
Got you. Okay. Now, last one for the rapid fire. If they came to you and said, Jacqueline, you can only do one of these for the rest of your career. Be a publicist, be an entertainment host, or run your own media company. Which one would you do?
I'm like, why can't I do all three?
I mean, you could, but if you had to choose one, which one would you choose?
um, I feel like I don't know, because hosting you have to travel a lot. And so I feel like running my media company, I think I'd be living like passive income life and traveling and just doing me.
So you would do that. Okay. Okay. I like that. I do. Jaclyn, this has been a pretty fun and dope conversation. Just learning about your background of growing up in New York, transitioning to Boston, going to Rhode Island, going to Iona, graduating. Not only that, but coming up with next on scene, getting sued first or potentially getting sued first, but then pivoting, also representing different type of clients, also talking about different mental health and adversity that you face within the company. I really do appreciate it. I'm a new fan of yours. I'm definitely going to keep in contact with you. There's no question about
Same.
that. And I would love to ask you this final question, which is there anything else you would like to add about yourself or anything at all before we conclude?
No, this has been so wonderful. Amazing questions. Like, you are awesome. I so look forward to following all the things you're doing. So thank you so much.
Well, I thank you as well. I want you to enjoy the rest of your hump day, Wednesday, and the rest of your week. And you and I would definitely be in touch.